Definitely good evening. Good morning, good afternoon, good day, whatever time of day it is, whatever day it is, where you're at when you're watching. Great to have you here for a evening version of the self-love experience. And behind me is the crescent moon. It is a time of beginnings. And we just had the most amazing rain last night. I was out with a friend going to an outdoor music concert. And on our way walking there, all of a sudden it just started pouring rain. And it was like, where did that come from? Like, just like out of nowhere, it seemed. And I thought, oh, that's right. Last night, Sean Stiles was saying there's going to be rain, and some people think that's a bad thing, but it's a good thing. Yeah, it's definitely a good thing. We needed it. And it was like, oh my gosh. We hurried under the shelter of a church and stood there while the rain just poured down for a while, and then it eased up, and we thought, well, let's go ahead and walk to our venue. So we did, and it didn't rain while we were walking. It was a nice long walk, and then the hey there, and then while it was obvious that it had rained there. Hey Donato, good to see you. So it was obvious that it had rained there, and they'd put up umbrellas. We thought, the band's probably not going to play, but there luckily was an overhang area, kind of like a breezeway area, where they put the band. So they were out from away from the rain, and it was a blast. I danced in the rain and actually did a great, really fun dance with an awesome swing dancer, and it was pouring rain, and there was lightning and thunder, and oh my gosh, it was phenomenal, really enjoyable. And then when I came home, I did self care. I always like to take a bath before going to bed after I've danced, and especially being out in the rain because I get pretty wet, and there's stuff going around. Want to make sure I stay well, and I decided to spend a little time reading before I went to bed, and I was reading Becoming Supernatural from Joe Dispenza, and I'm getting it. What an astonishing book. I mean, some of the things that he says, it's like our basics of what I do in energy clearing, relationship clearing. And I have all these friends that keep saying what fires together, wires together. And now I understand it because he talks about it in scientific terms and about how we get addicted to our negative emotions, or how we get addicted to any emotion and the chemicals that they produce in our body. And so we do anything to get more of that, just like an addict. And I thought that was pretty fascinating. And it made me realize, I saw patterns in my life of how I've been running some of those addictive behaviors to struggle and suffering and pain and fear and lack. It was like, whoa, okay, and you can change it all. That was the good news. And so I'm glad that I'm out of the downward spiral, and I know it's still saying it's the silhouette version of the self-love experience. But I've been doing a lot of things to take care of myself, and then also helping my mom because she's got a big event coming up tomorrow. And I have an awesome client that I'm going to be serving tomorrow, and just really excited to be serving more clients and making that the focus, just being of service. And it feels good. It feels really, really good. And noticing the old patterns and going, I recognize you. I don't have to live you, and I don't have to feed you. I can put you on a fast and choose a different behavior. So wherever it is that you're doing repeating behaviors that you don't seem to be able to stop, like that downward spiral I was in, ask yourself, is this something I'm addicted to? Am I addicted to? Well, so for example, today I've known for a very, very long time that wheat and dairy are like just not things that work for my body. But I was just so tempted in the shopping for my mom's party. There were these jalapeno cheddar cheese bagels. Oh my gosh. It's one of those things I just love, and I hardly ever eat them because there's always going to be consequences. Hey there. Um, and I did it anyway. I got a yes, and I did it anyway, and so I've been paying the consequences. And instead of beating myself up and going, oh, woe is me, and all that, it's like, yeah, okay. And this can pass quickly. Instead of hanging on to it and blowing it into something really big, it's just, you wanted that bagel with the crunchy burnt cheese and jalapenos. Yeah, okay, so you're going to feel like this for a little bit, and here's some things you can do to make it feel better. Not turning it into a big drama, which in the past I would have. So that's a really good noticing that instead of feeding one of my emotional addictions, I I feel like myself again. It's like I can choose the positive spin on it instead of the negative downward spiral, and I tell you, it is so relieving. So this is the end of day 286 of 365 days, asking, how do I love myself today? And asking you, how do you love yourself today? I hope that you find some wonderful way to treat yourself beautifully this evening, and I trust that you will. And now, you go love yourself.